Chris Raygun is a man of many traits. He is a political commentator, musician, gamer, and comedian. His content consists of poking fun of extreme political articles, videos, and events. Chris's content has changed drastically over his 11-year stay on YouTube. Recently, Chris has surpassed 500,000 subscribers, a well-deserved milestone. So let's take a trip back, way back to when Chris had a bush of curly hair. Chris Ray Maldonado was born on December 4th, 1993. Growing up in Yonkers, New York, Chris took a liking to video games and other various forms of entertainment. A little-known website called YouTube intrigued Chris into creating an account. On November 8th, 2007, the channel MindFreakCM launched into the deranged series of websites known as the Internet. MindFreakCM's bio really outlined Chris's priorities. My Xbox Live gamer tag is FireSerpent260. Email me at nextgengamercm@gmail.com. So I did email him, yet I'm still waiting for a reply. The bio follows with Chris telling his haters to shut up because he's not gonna stop making videos. Another highlight of his bio is his influences, which include but are not limited to Jerry Seinfeld, Smosh, Weird Al Yankovic, and more. He claims to focus his comedy on very minute things, such as people saying, "ah," after they take a sip of a drink. Chris's content at this point is unclear. Take your guesses, but I'm not assuming any of this nonsense. MindFreakCM had 5 subscribers on March 7th, 2008. At this time, he also had a blog, but let's just leave that be. As some of you may know, Chris has alluded to his early days of playing Halo with his many friends he made and still keeps in contact with since then. This page from July 2010 reflects his Halo interests well. I mean, if you couldn't tell, his background is literally Halo repeated. Unfortunately, there's a lack of things to go through on this page, but I would like to read a part of his About Me word for word. I would say my Fat Battle 2009 video was one of my greatest achievements, especially when you consider that the video was made entirely with a Windows 10 Vista OS, Windows Movie Maker, aka iMovie's hillbilly cousin, and Adobe Premiere Elements 7. Personally, I use Windows 10, but you do you, Chris. At this time, Chris had started to cover songs and write some of his own. Now enter the music era.
I was walking down the street when out the corner of my eye saw a pretty little thing approaching me. She said, "I've never seen a man who looks so all alone."
Ain't No Rest for the Wicked cover is the first public video on MindFreakCM's channel, or should I say, Chris Raygun. Ain't No Rest for the Wicked holds a significance to this channel, which I will explain later. Not much notable happened during this short period of time, but an important video was uploaded on June 29th, 2012. Quotes in question, episode 1, respect.
Thinks, gee, what a nice sentiment. If only everybody on the planet could think like this. Now I ask you, how is this statement true in any sense of the word? Just because one woman gave birth to me, suddenly that gives every other woman on the planet diplomatic immunity for their actions? No, that's bullshit.
This video is Chris Raygun's first time bashing feminism and politics in general. Quite the spectacle, to be honest. A few songs later, Chris had his first time battling the debate of video games causing violence.
Violent video games debate about real-world violence and the correlation between the two. I was naive enough to think that died with Jack Thompson. But no, it hasn't. So what the video you're about to see is...
Chris really started to develop his personality in this video, yet there's a lack of chair rolls. Such a shame. There was a short drawing error of Chris Raygun, but when I say short, I mean like 2 videos, so let's move on to the video right after that, which happens to be a short film. Chris was clearly aiming to make an impact on the viewer. Despite its flaws and mistakes, the video is deeper than it appears to be on the surface. The opening scene is a video game that 2 duplicates are playing. One of the characters begins to doubt the reality they interact with.
Look at that. What do you mean? That house has been there for as long as we can remember, yet no one has ever walked out of it, and we've never even left this house. Why would we leave? Well, clearly, if that house is any indication, then there's an entire other world outside of this house. But there's no reason to leave. We have everything we need. But how? We have no jobs, no income. Jobs? Income? Perhaps I should rest.
Leading the other to adventure into a dark room where a character from the video game resides. When these two realities clash, it is revealed that these characters are merely artificial intelligence designed by somebody else.
Trial number 116. The subject is learning, and each passing day, it gets closer to self-awareness. Today,
fast forwarding gaming news, songs, and a podcast, the first video with a proper thumbnail is released on March 17th, 2014. Quite the achievement for Chris. After all of this, 7 years in total, Chris finally reached 1,000 subscribers on June 13th, 2014.
Okay, hello everyone, it's mchappysand Gamer, and
generation that.
I just muted him because I can't have him talking.
Look at me, I'm gonna
Wait,
die.
dude, shut up, Kidbum. Now, look.
Aperture science. We do what we must because we can.
Hey everybody, Chris Malnati. I'm so grateful that 1,000 of you decided that my content was worthwhile.
In September of the same year, Chris Raygun released a video on Gamergate
and
Anita Sarkeesian. Many more videos were released on Gamergate after that. I see this to be a turning point in Chris's content, where he started to focus more on social justice and gain more of a following. He even made a song about Gamergate. On July 24th, 2015, he reached 100,000 subscribers.
Hey! What the hell are you doing in my car? Are you here to celebrate my 5 trillion subscriber mark?
No, wait, that's just his sarcasm. But he did achieve 8,000 subscribers, which isn't too bad. Then the social justice videos really took off, and so did his original songs mocking the topic. Some of these videos include the millennial song, Fall in Line, the Young Turks vs. Complicated Issues, political correctness, the fall of MTV, and more. On February 8th, 2016, We Didn't Start the Soak Just was released, a song about social justice, which was Chris's first video to reach 1 million views.
Decreases children's IQ scores.
We are training our kids to be killers.
Television, CNN, Fox News is at it again.
A few months later, Ain't No Rest for the Triggered was released, and I don't think I need to explain this one. It became Chris Raygun's most popular video at 3.2 million views, and was the first video I saw from him. He reached 100,000 subscribers in early July of 2016, and he has been making videos on video games, social justice, and dumb things since. Chris's story shows anyone that if you put in the work, success is inevitable. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Thanks for watching. Comment something if you want. Subscribe, put the bell on. I also have a Patreon if you want to check that out. You can support me. I'd be pretty happy. Here are the supporters. Thank you and goodbye, everyone.